Welcome to Afternoon.
I'm Meredith Sigler.
And I'm Haley Fernandez.
This is our very first episode, and we can't wait to bring you to our brand new show of Afternoon.
We've been planning this show for about a month, starting with what we're going to name the show, the logo.
Producing our show this trimester, we have 3 sophomores, 5 juniors, and Ryan Steffes and Devin Hawkinson representing all of the seniors.
Shout out to class of 2022.
Did you know that there are only 86 days until your graduation? This trimester is going to go by so fast. So make sure to attend all those end of the year events, such as Surf and Turf, which is on May 20th, prom, your senior party, and senior sunrise.
Did you guys know that today is National Meatball Day? The world's largest meatball was made in South Carolina. The Italian-American Club of Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, took the record in November of 2017 with a massive 1,757-pound meatball that took a year of planning to create. Special equipment had to be custom made to cook and it took a week to cook the meatball.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys, I would not eat that.
I would not either.
Today is also National Get Over It Day and National Barbie Day. So if you have any younger siblings, wish them either of them. A recent Reddit thread asked a very important question. What are the things Hollywood has tricked the general population into believing? It discusses all of the unrealistic things in movies, and the article contains some very true things.
The first myth is that you can hold all of another person's weight with one arm while they're hanging off a cliff.
While reading this, most of them I kind of knew, but this one I was a little curious about because I feel like if I really tried, maybe?
Meredith, I don't think you're that strong.
Okay. The second one is you can outrun a giant explosion. Now, I feel like I'm also fast enough to do that. Maybe it's just my ego talking. It's probably just my ego talking. But I don't know.
The third myth is that CPR can bring anyone back to life no matter what happened to them.
That one's an interesting one too.
Yeah.
The fourth one is that hackers can just randomly tap on a keyboard for 30 seconds and then they're in. And that one I've seen a lot and is really common because there's no way. You can't hack into the nuclear codes. Like Tony Stark and Iron Man, not possible.
And the fifth one is that air conditioning ducts are easy ways to sneak through buildings.
No.
Just
now you know. Next, we're gonna play The Price is Right. Now, I'm not gonna be super good at this one. I don't know about Haley, but feel free to play along with us and probably top our high scores. Our first item is what it looks like shoes.
I'm gonna guess $39.
I'm gonna say $42.59.
19.
What?
Wow.
That's a good
I guess
deal.
it depends on the brand too.
I guess maybe Hy-Vee shoes.
Yeah.
It's that kind of one. Okay, next one is a
collar, a rubber.
Oh, it's a dog collar. I thought it was a belt.
I'm gonna guess $10.99.
I'm gonna say $12.99.
Oh, that's a good guess.
21?
That's more than the shoes.
That dog collar costs more than I would not pay $21 for a collar.
Me neither.
Okay.
A
hair dryer.
I'm gonna say 50.
I'm gonna say $41.75.
Oh, 52. I was close.
You were close. Okay, and I think we have one more.
A Luke Sky.
I thought that was a coffin.
It's a Luke Skywalker collector's lightsaber.
Okay. Is it from the movie, a real one? I'm gonna go 1,500. If it's actually,
I'm gonna go 2,500.
Actually a collector's item.
Yeah.
It would be
900. Okay, we were way off.
I was close.
You were close.
I was close. We had a college fair here on February 23rd where many colleges, trade schools, and universities were able to meet with students to guide their decisions after high school.
We met up with some of the representatives from that day and put them on the spot to tell us more about what their school had to offer.
I'm Holly Foss, and today we are at the college fair to interview some colleges and give them a chance to promote their school.
Okay, University of Northwestern St. Paul. Right now we have the #1 nursing program in the state of Minnesota. So 99% pass rate for the NCLEX exam, which is better than any other college in Minnesota. We have engineering, business, 108 acres in Roseville, which is the northern suburb of St. Paul. So check us out if you have time. unwsp.edu. Thanks.
Hi, my name's Emily. I'm from Augustana University. Augustana is a great place to go. We are located in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We're a private liberal arts university. There are so many different majors that you could do. A lot of students end up traveling abroad. They get involved on campus with 100+ clubs. So many different things that you could do. But definitely consider Augustana.
Hi, welcome to the College Fair at Farmington High School. Look at all this great turnout we have. I'm Katie Kelly. I'm one of the high school counselors, and I'm so excited that we have so many people showing up for our lovely College Fair.
Hi, my name is Ben Seifert. I'm from Concordia St. Paul. Our university is most renowned for our nursing program, business, as well as education. We're kind of known for our affordability, wanting to get you out of school with a great education, but also a minimal amount of debt. And we're located conveniently between St. Paul and Minneapolis. Thank you guys for your consideration, and happy college hunting. Thank you.
So the University of Montana, located in Missoula, Montana, second largest city in Montana. It's got about 70,000 people. Up in the mountains, super beautiful views. We're most well known for our health sciences, natural sciences, business, arts, and education. So if you think that you would like a combination of the two, UM might be a really good option for you guys.
All right, hi, I'm Leah from the University of North Dakota. We're located in Grand Forks, North Dakota. A lot of our majors here are aviation, engineering, education, nursing, the whole realm. So we offer over 225 programs. We've got all D1 athletics, a great place to go. We're right on the border of Minnesota and North Dakota.
Hi, I'm Jake with University of Wisconsin Eau Claire. Happy to be here at Farmington High School today. So at Eau Claire, we're about an hour 45 away from Farmington. We're very well known for music, business, education, biology, and psychology. And of course, we have a beautiful NatureS campus.
Thanks for all those great promotions. Back to you guys in the studio.
That was fun.
I know, I can't believe how many career options that many schools have those to offer.
Thanks to all of the colleges, universities, and trade schools that came out that day.
Did you end up going to the college fair?
I did. I only looked at a few schools. Did
I
you?
went as well. Yeah, I looked at University of Essex. I don't know, London might be fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
When our crew went out to capture that event that night, want to guess which university had the longest line?
I'm gonna say U of M.
Arizona, actually.
Arizona State University.
Yep.
FHS students probably want to leave the winter in snow. This 40-degree and 17-degree weather has really been messing with me this week.
Yeah. Last trimester, Ashton Somm captured and produced a story for Tiger Sports and Entertainment. Ashton caught up with Farmington Jace Prosser, and we're happy to bring it to you today.
Here at FHS, the band provides great entertainment and great energy to school events, and I was able to learn more about a prominent figure within the band, Jace Prosser, who is a part of many different bands within the school and outside of school, including Wind Ensemble, Jazz One, Marching Band, and All-State. And at a young age, band appealed to Jace.
Fourth grade, I remember coming to the high school for the fourth grade demo that the band does. And they introduced all the instruments, and I thought it looked fun.
Although Jace began with one instrument, he eventually learned how to play more and thoroughly enjoyed doing so.
So in fifth grade, I started on the euphonium, and then in seventh grade, I believe, in jazz band, euphoniums aren't a standard jazz instrument, so I learned the trombone because that is a jazz instrument. And then I remember the high school band students coming in and talking to us, and they said they needed more tubas for marching band. And that interested me to play the tuba because it gave me another reason to learn a fun instrument. So I made the switch to tuba.
Jack Sostrand was about to be a sophomore when he met Jace during the marching band season. And Jack reflected on how Jace performed then and now.
So at the beginning he was strong, but I obviously kind of could tell where he was in terms of age. And since then I've seen him grow into now what I'd consider to be one of the better tubas I know.
Director of bands, Miss Holmes, praised Jace for his talent, but allowed him to choose what instruments he wanted to proceed with.
The two instruments that he's super good at are ones that we always will need in any sort of program, and so it was hard to pick and choose, but ultimately I want my students to be happy.
Jace enjoys being in band, and has many reasons as to why, but he has one reason that really stands out to him.
Well, one of my favorite things about band is pep band and marching band because it's one of the ensembles that I really get to play loud in. We get to have a lot of fun in band, and that's why I enjoy it so much.
And Jack also enjoyed marching band, but for different reasons.
Even when I went here in marching band, it was always really fun to play with him. He's a great guy.
Jace has had many accomplishments when it comes to his band career, but in 2021, Jace was accepted into All-State, but not without difficulty, doubt, and perseverance on his behalf. But once he discussed with Ms. Holmes, who gave him confidence, he proceeded with his audition.
All-State is basically the best instrumentalists of high school students in the state.
I remember him telling me, he's like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not ready. I can't do this. I'm not going to do this. And I said, wrong. You are auditioning for All-State, and it doesn't matter if you make it or not. It's all about the process and the learning, and we're going to finish this process. And then we found out his results a few months later, and he got in, and I was like, see, I told you. So that's one of my favorite things, because even with a kid that's so confident and talented, you know, we all have doubts in our life. And even though he had those doubts, he still pushed through. Like he didn't give up. I mean, he was ready to, but he needed that a little bit of encouragement, and he rolled with it and trusted himself to step it up. So I'm very proud of him.
Jace learned a lot from many older members of the band, but Jace Sterner and Jack Sostrand were the two he learned from the most.
They were massive influences on me. Jace was the one that got me to play loud and develop my volume, and Jack was the one that was able to develop my technical side as well as my tone.
And Jack spoke of the potential he saw in Jace when Jace was growing as a tuba player.
He had only played the tuba for a very short while, and he was already a strong player. And I knew from that moment on he had a very strong work ethic and a desire to get better.
All of the band members have their own memorable moments, but sophomore Ian Noss had one specific memory, and it involved Jace.
One of my favorite was when we found out how well we did at our youth and music competition.
Jace spoke about his and Ian's experiences at youth and music.
It was such a long day. We were there from probably 10 a.m. to, I probably didn't get home till midnight. So it was just a really long day. We got to do a lot of fun stuff. We got to hang out with each other. We got to see a lot of other bands, especially placing first. That was one of the highlights of that day.
Jace has helped and influenced many that he is around, and Ms. Holmes spoke on how he does so.
He's such a little Pied Piper to get people to be excited about what they're doing, and they're passionate, and it doesn't matter their talent level. He just makes them feel really good about where they're at and where they could go.
Ian was one of those students Ms. Holmes described that Jace helped.
Freshman year when I came in, I hadn't known tuba, so just being in a new environment, he helped me a lot with my tone, but also with how loud I could play and just all my rhythms. So he's really been a big help, and it's just been fun to work with him.
But Jace hasn't only influenced those younger than him, because Jack felt that Jace influenced him too.
Part of my desire to get better comes from him and his work ethic, and partly because of him, I'm now going for a leadership position in the University of Minnesota Marching Band.
When asked about his future, Jace is certain that he wants music to be a part of it.
I know for sure that I want music to be part of my life. It's just such an important thing right now that I feel like it definitely has to carry on in my future.
Ms. Holmes spoke about what legacy means to the program and how Jace will impact the band community after he graduates.
And he's showing like the legacy that we always aspire to achieve around here, and that's really neat. So it stems from the legacy from before, and he's going to be that person going down the road for other kids as well. And so often we don't know the impact that we make on others, but Jace is leaving a positive one, that's for sure.
After all, Jace just wants to positively influence those who can learn from him, and hopes the positive influence between students continues for future years of the FHS band program.
One of the big things is I just want to be a good influence on my section mates, and what I've taught them, I want them to be able to teach other future tuba players.
Reporting for the afternoon show, I'm Ashton Sullivan.
That was really interesting and cool.
Yeah, way to go, Jace. Okay, before we get on to our next segment, I have a really important question for Haley and you guys. I know the whole doors and wheels debate has been going around, but what do you think about, are there more grains of sand in the world or like pieces of hair? You know, like animal hair counts?
I'd probably say hair.
I don't think about the sand at the bottom of the ocean. It's a thing to talk about. Back in the 1990s, David Letterman made the top 10 list famous. Now it's our turn to take a shot.
We're going to go throw it over to Will Hornblad for our weekly top 10 list.
I'm back. I'm really glad to be back, and I have a new segment. It's top 10. Next week I'll be doing weather. We didn't quite get to it this week, so without further ado, let's just jump into the top 10 for this week. For this week, we're looking at the top 10 racetracks from Mario Kart Wii. I know this is a very personal topic for some people. You know, some people are very opinionated on what they think is the best. I tried to work with my classmates on this list and see, like, you know, what we could meet on, what we could meet ends, but I know there are a few picks on here that some people will probably either agree or disagree with. So without further ado, let's jump right into number 10. We have Delfino Square. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I only put this on here because a lot of my friends thought it was a pretty fun course. To be honest, I think it's kind of bland, although the drawbridge with the rainbow boost is pretty cool, I guess. At number 9, we have DK Summit. This is probably one of my favorite courses. Only reason I put it this low is because a lot of my friends didn't think so highly of it. Something I think is really cool is when you get to that turn section and there's the canvases, you know, right below you, and you got to be really careful with your drifting. For number 8, we have Maple Treeway. This would be higher, but the caterpillars always get in your way, and it kind of just prevents you from, you know, moving smoothly through that section of the course. However, I guess that's kind of part of the fun of the game is, you know, the dealing with the obstacles. Number 7, we got Toad's Factory. Initially, I had literally any of the Bowser's Castles here, but Haley suggested that I put Toad's Factory here, and I think, you know, it was the right call to make. All the Bowser's Castle courses are pretty forgettable in my opinion. At number 6, we have Moo Moo Meadows. This is probably one of the picks that's going to upset a lot of people. I know this is Mr. Tauchi's favorite, but in my opinion, it's kind of a bland course, and it doesn't really have a whole lot to it. Rounding off our top 5, we have Mushroom Gorge. This is what I think a Mario Kart course should be. It's intuitive, it's fun. There's multiple ways to go about handling the course, and I think it's just overall a good course. At number 4, we have Koopa Cape. This is basically, you could go hand in hand with this with Mushroom Gorge, but I think what Koopa Cape has on Mushroom Gorge is the setting and some of the obstacles that you have in your way, especially when you get into that pipeline with the electric, like, windmill things. At number 3, this is where the controversy starts to set in. I have Wario's Gold Mine. I know some people wouldn't even put it this high, some people wouldn't even have it on their top 10, but I think it's a fun course, and if you get really good at it, you can absolutely spank any of your friends at it. Number 2, this is where it really starts to set in. Even Kyle's in the studio right now, Kyle Hernser, and he's shaking his head. He does not think Rainbow Road should be this high, but I'm telling you, Rainbow Road's a good course, guys. It's just, you gotta get better at the game. That's all it is. You just gotta, it's a matter of getting better at the game. And at number 1, there's no debate. You know, I think we all saw it coming. It's Coconut Mall. That theme is pretty catchy. It's a fun course. And yeah, it's just overall solid course. Had a lot of fun with it. And that is it. So I think I'm going to throw it back over to our hosts, Meredith and Haley.
Thanks, Will. I totally agree that Coconut Mall is the best one.
Yeah, I've never personally played Mario Kart. I don't know what the easiest one is. Probably got to start on that one.
Yep.
Well, in case you didn't hear it, last night the Tiger Boys basketball team beat Rochester John Marshall 80-53 to move on in the 1-4A playoffs.
Coming up next, we have Leo Szewski, and he has an interview with one of the key athletes on that team. Leo?
So today I'm being joined with one of the stars of the Farmington basketball team, arguably the best player. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Hernser. So Kyle, how's the basketball season going?
Good, yeah. Played pretty well all season, got hot at the right time, and just kind of take that into state or sections and hopefully make a trip to state.
Yeah, you've recently hit a large career goal. Recently in January, so 2 months ago almost. You hit 1,000 career points. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. It's kind of cool to see, how the points rack up over the couple years I've been playing, and just how over time, just the consistent work and stuff has added up.
You've also committed to Upper Iowa University. What can we expect to see from you there? Will you be playing basketball? Because I know you do baseball and stuff too, so will you be playing basketball at Upper Iowa University?
Yep, I'll be playing baseball and basketball. We'll see how much basketball I'll be playing. I don't know. Baseball should be looking to make an impact right away, but yeah, we'll see if it's a lot. I know 2 sports is might be a lot at the next level, but I'm definitely wanting to try it out, and I think I'll do well.
Out of your family, teammates, coaches, etc., just who motivates you the most?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'd say my dad for sure. I think he's definitely my biggest role model throughout since I've been playing. He just, is always there for me, always sacrificing his own time to whether it's take me to a game or practice when I was younger, or driving to a showcase far away or summer tournaments that are also far away. So, yeah, he's definitely always been there for me, for sure.
March 12th, you got a big game, second round of the playoffs coming up against Lakeville South.
Yeah.
Are you ready? What can we expect to see from you?
Yeah, I think everybody can expect a really good game. We only beat them by 3 the last couple times we played them, so we know they really want to beat us pretty bad and everything. So, yeah, it's going to be a good game for sure.
Thanks for joining us, Kyle. We really appreciate it. Best of luck to you on the basketball season and college and everything. And now I'm going to send it back to the hosts.
Thank you.
Thanks, Leo.
The high school robotics team, known as Rogue Robotics, competed in their first of 2 regional tournaments this past weekend in Duluth. They fought through a lot of bad luck with mechanical and software breakdowns, but they finished strong, ending their weekend with a record of 4 wins and 5 losses. At the event, the team was awarded the Judges Award for their ambitious robot design and for all of their community work with their Go Baby Go Mobility projects. Their second and final regional will be April 6th through the 9th at Mariucci Arena at University of Minnesota. Good luck, Rogue.
The new Chill Zone is up and running here at FHS, and all students have to do is check in with Megan Wegner in room 2100, and she'll unlock the door. Jacob McGee had a chance to interview Maddie Deneen on our new Chill Zone. Let's check it out.
I'm Maddie Deneen, and I'm a junior.
What is the Chill Zone?
So the Chill Zone is a room I designed. It's funded through Allina Health and their program called Change to Chill, and it's a space for students to be able to come and decompress, learn some healthy coping mechanisms, and really just deal with the day-to-day stress that school can bring up. The Chill Zone is in the Tiger Lounge. It's one of the rooms that are in the Tiger Lounge, and it's also next to Miss Wagner's room. The Chill Zone is for anybody who experiences stress in their day-to-day life, if you just need a break, if you have sensory issues, but we really designed this room to be helpful for anyone and everyone who needs it. So you can use the Chill Zone anytime during the day, as long as you're excused from class, but if you're using it more than 3 times a week, we do ask that you check in with a counselor.
All right, I'm here with Mr. Hall and Mr. Paul, and I have a few interview questions. So if you guys could just introduce yourself and say your favorite part of the job.
Seniority here.
Well, I'm Mr. Hall. I teach right now sculpture and ceramics.
Yep, and Mr. Paul here. I teach ceramics and painting, and one of my favorite parts of the job is just interacting with this guy.
Yeah, we got a bromance going.
Pretty close. All right, my next question is, what was high school like for you?
I wasn't the best student in high school. I didn't have academics in mind. I strayed often.
I would say my high school experience, I loved it. Picture it, it's kind of like this one. I went to a big school, 2,200 students. Just everything the same except no iPads. And so I love my experience. It was great.
All right, if you could go back in time and tell yourself in high school one thing, what would you say?
Wow. If I went back, I would probably, again, and I think you hear this all the time, but to really cherish it, slow down, enjoy the time, because this truly is some of the best parts of your life.
I would have said, shut your mouth, stop arguing with your teachers.
All right, what was the best part of college for you?
Seniority here, you go right ahead. It was a long time ago for you, I know.
It was a long time. I got to think, so far back. Just being in a different school, different setting. My professors actually took interest in who I was as an individual. I had a good time when I was in college. I learned lots. Kind of set me up for success right now in life. So I thoroughly enjoyed being in college.
Yeah. I say for me, it's the people. I met so many awesome people. Even on the first floor of my freshman dorm, I still connect with at least, I think I counted them the other day, 6 people from that one floor. And there's so many countless others, but just the connections of people, the experiences you get to have, really second to none.
Perfect. All right, what's your favorite food? Generic question here.
I mean, really any food, you know. I mean, I will eat. I'm pretty much a trash bin with food. The only thing I don't like, olives. Just not an olive guy.
Either kind?
Black or
Oh.
green, just keep them away from me. Don't like them.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the guy who eats all the leftovers in our house, so I'm not really fussy. I do not like beets. Beets are no good.
Makes sense. I think they used to have some in my elementary school garden, so you wouldn't be hanging out there.
No, I would not.
All right, summer is about to come up in 12 weeks. What summer plans do you have?
I plan on being pretty much, I don't want to say 7 days a week, but at least 6 days a week on a golf course. For those that don't know me, that's right. Love to golf, and you know, bask in the sun, get some exercise, and so that's where you'll find me.
My wife has building projects planned for me at home. Something about the garage, and I don't know.
So you and me are in the same boat. I like building stuff in the summer, so I'm gonna be getting in there with the drills. All right, what would you say is your biggest hero or role model?
Wow. Well, I'd say one of my biggest role models is my older brother. He really helped me and guided me through some of my younger years, and then really sparked my interest in art. And what do you know, I'm an art teacher today. And so I really, really, you know, looked up to him when I was younger, and he still inspires me today.
Oh. All right. Thanks for joining us here today. Back to Meredith and Haley.
Thank you so much for coming in for our interview today. Now we're going to throw it over to Haley Fernandez, who is interviewing a few people from the Best Buddies.
There's a new program here at FHS. The Best Buddies program is a group that meets here at the high school. I have a couple guests here with me today. Alina Hernandez and Caitlin Brown are here to let you know more about the Best Buddies program. Can you guys introduce yourselves and what you do in Best Buddies?
Hi, my name is Caitlin Brown. And I'm Alina Hernandez, and we're both a part of the advocacy committee.
That's cool. What is Best Buddies and what do you guys do?
Best Buddies is a club here at FHS, and we work with students who have IDD, and we do fun monthly events and one-on-one partnership.
And what events do you guys have coming up?
On March 15th, we will be partnering with the Diversity Club in the main gym, and we will have fun activities there, and there will be a pledge to sign for the Spread the Word campaign.
And what is the Spread the Word campaign?
So Spread the Word has a campaign that pretty much wants to encourage inclusion within communities, between people with and without IDDs, and they have a pledge that you can sign either online or, like I said, at our March event.
And if anybody wants to get involved, how can they do that?
They can join our Schoology group that is on posters outside the school, and our Instagram handle is FHS Best Buddies MN.
All right, thanks you guys. Now let's throw it back over to Meredith.
Now it's time for a new game. We are running a scavenger hunt game around the school. We'll give you 3 clues about a place around the school, and if you figure it out and submit it to a Google form, you can win a prize. The form will be posted on the FHS Student News and Announcements along with the 3 clues. Either take a photo of the next graphic coming up or wait for the announcement to be posted. The form closes next Tuesday, so make sure to search and submit. Here are your 3 clues. Free before 8, but not again until 3. Located in the in-between. And you can see, but you can't touch. Now, Haley and I know the answer, so don't come asking us for hints. Now, before we go, announcements.
The boys basketball has a section semifinal home game this Saturday, March 12th at 7 p.m. Come cheer on the Tigers to the section final.
Finally, an announcement from Langdon. A new trimester means a new start and a great time to set goals. Maybe one goal for you is to be better about asking for help on a tricky assignment.
Visit the FHS Tutoring Center near the back of the Media Center. Help from students, people who have been there or done that before, or are currently working on similar assignments. It is available at before and after school and at various times throughout the school day.
Get those tricky math problems, writing assignments, study guides in before the procrastination sets in. Visit the FHS Tutoring Center and see Ms. Stika on the Media Center or Ms. Langdon in room 2204 with any questions.
Plus, every classroom has a tutoring center poster with a QR code that leads to a daily schedule of available tutors.
That's our show today. Thanks for joining us on our first episode of Afternoon.
Since we love our pets at home, we created a picture montage of them, and we'll invite you to send your pictures of your pets, and we'll get them on the next upcoming show.
Have a great day, IFHS.